Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abby. I live here in the northwest of the UK, and this is a channel where I talk about all the crafts I've been getting up to, particularly knitting and crocheting. But today I do have a bit of a yarn haul, and now I did purchase these yarns in May, but it's just been trying to find the time to film it and things like that. Now when I am purchasing yarn this year, I am trying to use more than what I do purchase, so I am being very mindful of what I buy. And although I'm not going I'm not going on a yarn ban or things like that, I am trying to buy things with a project in mind for a very specific reason, and all the yarns in here except for one is all been bought because I need it for a specific project, and there's not things I can substitute it out with. But without further ado, let's get on. So the first shop I purchased from was from Wool Warehouse. Now it's a lovely little craft shop here in the UK. Craft shop, I don't know. It's not little anymore. It's sort of expanding, which is great. Love to see craft businesses growing and creating a little empire. But yeah, they do a yarn that they sell online and get delivered, and you know, I really love it. I feel like the prices that you pay are quite competitive and things like that, and I do like that I can use Royal Mail for delivery and no extra cost, which is nice. It's something I do prefer over certain other companies. But anyway, yeah, I was purchasing some yarn from them. So earlier on this year, my sister announced she was having a baby. So of course, straight away we got out my knitting and crocheting books and we picked a few patterns. So one of the patterns that I'm going to be talking about today is this lovely little striped ensemble from Kinkle Baby Book 5. This one, she didn't point out and go, I like this one, but I went, this is adorable, I'm going to make it. So I've sort of made more work for myself. So it's this little one that the little chap here is wearing, or little miss, not 100% sure. I think it's little miss because she's wearing a dress in the photo next, but anyway. And then this is the back. This is what I absolutely fell in love with, was the back of that jumper. When we've been going through my yarns, my sister has sort of said, you know, what fibre content she wanted. We've had a look and things like that. We didn't have, she wanted me to use cotton to make stuff for the baby. No, we did not have I don't have a wide range of cotton in my stash, particularly in colours that she liked. So she's asked me to sort of pick out, so she's picked out some stuff online and ordered it, and that's where this has all come from. So I've technically not even paid for this yarn. So the first thing that we do is the little striped one. So she has chosen these two yarns. So it is the Drops Muscat, Muscat, mercerized cotton, 100% cotton, 50-gram ball, and it's got 100 meters per ball. Now let's see if this does have a colorway on here, because it has a number, but on the packing slip they all have names. So let's see, this is color 88, which is pistachio. Then we have this exact same style. This is 61, which is light beige. So they are going to be for the little jacket, the little striped one. The one I liked that I decided to make, we have this green for the mail in bulk, and that is light mint. And then we have the white for that little bit. Now it did say in the book I needed one ball of the yarn it recommends in the white colour. I don't think, looking at the amount of white I'm gonna need, that I'm gonna need more than one ball, but sorry, more than a 50-gram ball. But I did buy that extra other one just in case, and it's white cotton, so it'll be able to go with a lot of different things. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is be nearly finishing and that, because the yarn that it recommends comes in 100-gram balls, or like the yardage was close to 100 grams, whereas this is obviously a 50-gram ball. So I didn't know exactly what the yardage I was going to need. I just knew how many balls of the yarn it recommended, and I could then find out the yardage for that. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to have leftovers from that white and probably some of the other colours, but hey ho, it's, you know, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, if that makes sense. Particularly as it was just, you know, an extra ball, it's 50 grams, so it wasn't like I was buying a big 400 gram ball of yarn or anything like that. So then she's picked out some yarn for some amigurumis. So from one of the Zumigurumi books, there was a moose that she really likes the look of. So she's gone for the Scapious Katona, and this is in the colourway, because again, this has only got a number on, but on here it's got the name. So this is Silver Green. I might actually go along and write the names on this before I do use them. So that is Silver Green, and then Monty also has a bit of white on him, so we have Snow White. So that is Monty the Moose from one of the Zumigurumi books. Then she found two animals in the adult amigurumi adults and baby animals. She liked the armadillo in there, and she liked the baby octopus, but she wanted me to make the baby octopus bigger. So what we're going to do is we're doing it in a blanket yarn. I've got plenty of blanket yarn that is in colours that she quite likes, so that's fine. You can use stash for that. But for the armadillo, we had to have grey. So we got this one here, which is light silver. And then we needed two beiges. Now, when I ordered these online, they looked very different. So this one is English tea. And this one, is it? Yes, this one's English tea and this one's linen. Now, they look a lot more different on camera than they are in person, but they still look really similar. So I don't know whether I'm going to have to swap this out for a different ball. But I am going to be doing the nativity set amigurumis in this Scapious Katona, so I may probably just swap one of the shades out with one of the balls that I've got for that, and use it that way, so that way I'm not having to purchase any extra, because I really just want to try and avoid buying anything extra. And this is probably the only downside of purchasing yarns online, is these looked very different on the website. That could have been down to, like, you know, my computer, the way it, you know, the brightness settings on there and the colour settings. Yeah, these looked very different, whereas in reality they look very similar. So we'll have to see whether I'm going to have to swap them out, hopefully if I can, in stash. If not, we'll take it from there. But that's what I bought for stuff for the baby. Oh, well, sorry, my sister bought for me to make stuff for the baby. So yeah, the next items I've bought, these are from Mousewitch Yarns. That is hand dyed by the lovely Poppy and Mouse, so Mandy and Mouse's makes. So feel free to go and check her out on YouTube. She does we're always working on absolutely lovely projects. And this year Mandy's doing a colourway each month, and it's called the Birthstone collection, so it's inspired by the different birthstones for each month. Now I'm going to be purchasing the March, which is aquamarine, the May, which is emerald, and the and the September, which is sapphire. So it's a light blue, a green, and a dark blue. And there is a very specific reason why I'm picking those 3 months, and it is not because the colours will all sort of go together. That is a happy coincidence. But the idea is my young sister's birthday's in March, my older sister's birthday's in May, and then my birthday's in September. So I'm going to make like a fade cardigan, and it is going to be my sister's cardigan, basically. So yeah, so this is the emerald colourway. This one's the variegated. I believe I got the variegated for the aquamarine as well. I can't remember. Got it in stash upstairs. Sorry, hay fever's playing up with my throat really bad. So, oh, look at me, look at how gorgeous it is. Look at the speckles on there. It is absolutely beautiful. So these are finger and weight yarn. So you get 400 meters up to 100 grams, 75% merino, 25% nylon. So yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous. Now, when I purchased the March's put my teeth back in. When I purchased the March Aquamarine, off Mandy, and it was on the website, and I was going through and I was looking at them all and trying to find it. I spotted a yarn that I thought was really pretty and I really loved it, and I thought, no, you are trying to buy just for a purpose. You don't have a purpose for that yarn. And so I went, right, okay, I'm going to leave it there. And I thought, if it's still there in May, when I am going to purchase the emerald, I'm going to take it as a sign. It's divine intervention, and I'm going to take it as a sign to get it. In May, it was still there, so I purchased it. So this is called Astral Journey. I believe it was one of the colourways from last year's like year-long collection, and it's got red, blues and yellows in it, and I absolutely love it. And the reason why I really like the red, blue and yellow together is not something I'd normally wear. I mean, saying that, I'm wearing blue jeans and yellow top right now. I'm also got to step on my red Converse, and like, you know what, it wouldn't look bad in this outfit, but digress. Yeah, red, blue and yellow is not colours that I normally put together, but I thought, you know what, this is really pretty. It'd make a really nice like pair of gloves, like fingerless mitts or socks or something. And the reason why I liked it is because I have autism. I have Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autistic spectrum, but the autism awareness ribbon, so you've got like pink for breast cancer and green for mental health. Well, the awareness ribbon for autism is puzzle pieces in the colours red, yellow and blue, which are the primary colours, and it also represents the triads of impairment. So basically, when you're getting diagnosed with autism, there are 3 areas in which you can have difficulties in, and it's called the triad, so like a triangle. Now you have to be, impaired so much in each one for it to then be like, okay, yeah, you do have that much of a difficulty, that it is not just regular difficulties, it is then classed as like a disability, and that's how you get diagnosis. So that's where it comes from, is that 3 separate, is the 3 different colours. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, and the puzzle pieces, it comes from, there's a lot of back and forth. No one really understands truly where the origin of puzzle pieces come from. A lot of people said because, like, you're trying to figure out a puzzle to sort of understand it, because there's a lot of things we don't know about autism. For example, we don't know how it develops. Why do some people have it, why don't some people have it, and things like that. A lot of people think it's like that. It's because it's quite mysterious trying to figure it out. For me, the way I see the puzzles is, it's like if you have a puzzle piece. If you have a puzzle in front of you, you think about it, everyone will have some of the pieces around the edge missing, and that's where we just naturally, some people, we have some difficulties, going into a big thing here now, right? But so, for example, some people who are not good at sarcasm, they might have that's a couple of the sarcasm pieces around the side that's missing, sort of thing. Whereas when you've got someone with autism, they've got pieces in the middle, like sections in the middle where there's no pieces, and they're trying to sort of figure out the world around them with those pieces missing, so they don't have the full picture. And there are areas where you'll be able to go, okay, I can see that's a bush and there's a ground there, but where the tree trunk is, those puzzle pieces missing, and you can sort of fudge around it to sort of get an idea, but you're not 100%. That's where, like, things like masking come in. I don't know whether I'm making sense at all, but that's sort of how I see it, is everyone has a big completed puzzle in front of them. That is how you navigate the world socially and things like that. And people with autism have some of those pieces missing, so that's how they can't fully understand and have the difficulties. Anyway, long tangent to say, that's how I fell in love with this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna purchase it now. So I did get them, which I thought still quite restrained, and I thought the fact that I waited until May to make sure whether it's still there, I felt quite proud of myself with that. I felt quite proud for not buying one. I feel like we can all relate to that, but yeah. So that is what I have purchased. Can't wait to start working on some of these. As I said, the Katona's not going to get worked on for a while. I'm probably going to start the striped jacket throughout July, start getting that worked on. The jacket that I've picked out, I'm going to do that second, because obviously my sister preferred the other one. I want to do the one she picked first. But anyway, I've been rambling on a lot here just to show you a little bit of yarn. But anyway, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I hope you're all staying safe, taking care, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye.